obviously it's going to vary a little bit if you have a free runner or a push horse and that type of thing. But there's certain things you want to check before every single run. One is their circles are good. Make sure you can walk left and right circles and trot left and right circles with good form. It doesn't have to be a big circle, just maybe 5-10 foot circle. Just have good form. You want to do some rate work. See if your loose rein woes working. Maybe back them up, especially if you have a horse that's more free running. Work on woe, work on rate. Do some transitions and some half halts. Half halts is where you ask a horse to slow down a little, collect a little, but not stop. It's just like a transition. So if I'm post trotting, I'm going to sit jog. If I'm cantering faster, I'm going to slow canter. If I'm fast walking, I'm going to slow walk. Half halts and transitions are important to make sure your horse is smooth. So you want to mix that up, especially if you're exhibition and novice horse. You might do one exhibition where you rate completely stop before the barrel. Then your next one you might transition where you post trot, sit jog, or high lope, slow lope. But always transition or half halt or rate your horse. Make sure your brakes are working. Make sure you've got your bend and flex. If you have a lazy horse, when you do your circles, make sure they're not being stiff or sticky. Make sure they're moving their feet and being fluid. Be certain that you can ride that hind end. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people, when they turn the barrels, they do everything from that front end. Make sure you can get that shoulder past it and get your hindquarters around it. That's really, really important. So whether you're riding one hand or two hands, you really want to make sure that if you're approaching a barrel or a pole, that you can ride that hip to spot one, that hip to spot two, and then finish nicely at spot three. So that's really going to be an important thing to make sure you get that hindquarters up in there. So warm-ups can make or break your run. We'll say positive things like I will have a nice run. I will get this done. I will send my horse rate correctly. I will get to my spots. Don't say things like I can't or I won't. It's got to be cans and wills. So always be positive. Visualize your run. Another thing in your warm-up, after you paid your entry fee, you should already know where the stakes and the timers are for the barrels. You should have already looked at the ground and the arena and kind of know what you want your horse to do and expect from them. Sorry, someone's driving by. And as soon as they go by, they'll stop barking. So, Sadie, come. Come, Sadie, come. Sorry about that. So, warm up again is super important. Know your horse, know exactly what they need from you, visualize a good run beforehand, and then prepare for that. You know, like